Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. If you're passionate about holding power to account and staying informed about the real issues shaping South Africa, you're in the right place. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. We read every one of them. Today we're diving deep into a story that touches on the very heart of public trust, good governance, and the fight against nepotism in South Africa. President Cyril Ramaphosa has come forward and admitted something that many citizens have suspected for years, that there are serious flaws in the process of appointing leaders to one of our country's most critical public institutions, the Sector Education and Training Authorities, or SETAs. This admission follows a firestorm of controversy after it emerged that the son of Energy and Mineral Resources Minister Gwede Mantashe had been appointed to a top leadership position within a SETA. The appointment has raised eyebrows across the political spectrum, sparking accusations of nepotism, cronyism, and political interference in institutions that are supposed to serve the people, not the politically connected. The issue was first brought into the national spotlight by economic freedom fighters MP Cyril, who, during a parliamentary session, demanded answers about how this appointment came to be. He wasn't alone. MPs from across party lines voiced their frustration with what they described as a broken system, one that allows politically connected individuals to bypass fair processes and walk straight into powerful positions. And this is not just about one appointment. This is about a system that many believe has been compromised from the inside out. Now let's talk about why this matters so much. SETAs are responsible for developing skills, training youth, and improving employability across various economic sectors. They're meant to be the backbone of South Africa's fight against unemployment and poverty, especially among the youth. But when their leadership is influenced by political favoritism rather than qualifications, experience, or merit, the very purpose of these institutions gets undermined. And this isn't just speculation anymore. President Ramaphosa's admission confirms what critics have been saying for years, that the SETA appointment process lacks transparency and proper oversight. According to the president, there are clear gaps in how board chairpersons are selected, and these gaps can easily be exploited, especially by those with political connections or family ties to senior officials. In a country where corruption and patronage networks have hollowed out many public institutions, this revelation is deeply worrying. It suggests that even our skills development sector, a key driver for economic transformation and job creation, is not safe from the same rot that has plagued municipalities, state-owned enterprises, and government departments. Following the public outcry, the Minister of Higher Education, Science and Innovation has reportedly started working on corrective measures. These include plans to strengthen governance practices within SETAs and ensure that appointments are made based on expertise, not political allegiance. But how far these reforms will go, and whether they'll actually lead to meaningful change, is a question that remains unanswered. The Portfolio Committee on Higher Education, Science and Innovation has also stepped in, demanding urgent reforms. The committee called for a thorough review of how board members are appointed and emphasized the importance of ethical governance. They've made it clear, South Africa can't afford to have such crucial institutions captured by politically connected elites. We need transparency, accountability, and fairness, values that have been in short supply in many parts of our public service. At the same time, discussions are reportedly underway to amend the Skills Development Act. These proposed changes aim to close the loopholes that currently allow for nepotism, cronyism, and insider appointments. The reforms would introduce tighter oversight mechanisms, require public disclosure of all appointments, and could even include vetting processes to prevent politically connected individuals from gaming the system. But let's be honest here. South Africans have heard promises of reform before, many times. From Eskom to SAA, from local municipalities to the police service, we've seen how so-called reforms are often used as PR moves, buying time while the real problems continue to fester beneath the surface. So the public is right to be skeptical. We need more than words. We need concrete action, and we need accountability. What's also troubling is the silence around the appointment of Mantashe's son. Has it been reversed? Was there an investigation? Has anyone taken responsibility? Thus far, there have been no clear answers. And that's a problem. Because without accountability, the message that gets sent to the public is clear: if you're connected, you can get away with anything. That's not the kind of message that builds public trust. That's the kind of message that breeds resentment, disillusionment, and political apathy, especially among young people who are locked out of opportunity. Civil society groups, unions, and public watchdogs have also joined the conversation. Many are calling for a broader audit of all SETA appointments made in the last decade. Some are even demanding a judicial commission of inquiry into how these appointments are made and who is benefiting from them. Because if this kind of political interference is happening at one SETA, it's probably happening at others. There's a broader issue at play here: the capture of public institutions by political elites. It's something South Africa has battled with for years, first under Jacob Zuma's presidency, and now in various forms even under Ramaphosa's so-called New Dawn. It's not just about one appointment or one family. It's about an entrenched culture of entitlement, where the politically connected treat public institutions as their personal playgrounds. If we're serious about rebuilding this country, if we're serious about empowering our youth, and if we actually want SETAs to function the way they're meant to, then this culture has to end. And that begins with accountability at the very top. Not just vague promises. Not just reviews and consultations. But actual consequences for those who abuse public trust. President Ramaphosa's admission is a step in the right direction. But now it's time for real action. South Africans are watching. And come election time, they'll remember who stood up for integrity and who protected the system of patronage. Thanks for watching today's deep dive into this critical issue. Let us know in the comments, do you believe the reforms will go far enough? Should there be a full investigation into all SETA appointments? And how can we as citizens ensure that our voices are heard in holding government accountable? Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more hard-hitting political commentary, and share this video with your friends and family to keep the conversation going. See you next time.